Hi, I'm Jale. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a reading for Taurus, all aspects, and all the cross-watcher from the 15th up to and including the 30th of April 2021. If you have these aspects in your chart, this reading could be for you. Remember, if you watch this and you think this is not my reading, check other aspects. It could well be that those readings resonate for you, and or this is just not your kind of reading this time. Check back maybe in the second part, of first part of May, obviously for your second, first part of May reading. And all this is, I'm just not the reader for you. So just, as I say, use discernment, take what resonates and leave the rest. Right, let's see. What's the theme for Taurus, Spirit? And by the way, if your birthday is in the latter stages of April, happy birthday, Taurus. So, let's see. What is the theme for Taurus, please? What is the theme for the 15th up to and including the 30th of April 2021? What is the theme? What's the theme for Taurus? What is the theme? Okay, lovely. The devil. Just what we don't want to see. Oh, and the magician. Oh, and the hermit. Oh, nice. That's nice. Oh, and judgment. So we've got a little situation, I think, here. Someone Virgo energy. We've got Gemini, Virgo energy. And then we've got Capricorn energy here. And Sagittarius energy. So possibly a situation someone's trying to understand that is maybe not as straightforward. Someone's trying to find their inner light whilst there's a lot of other situations going on in the background. So we've got judgment here. All right. Decisions being made. Let's take a look. Which cards am I going with? Before I jump into tarot, let's pull one of these. What is the insight for Taurus's reading, Spirit? What can you tell us? What can you tell us for Taurus? What can you tell us, please? What can you tell us? Taurus. I invoke laughter. Right, so if this is your reading, you're probably going to need to find some kind of sense of humour because it looks like it's a bit of a tough one for you guys. And try and balance to create harmony because it's going to really help you, alright? So stay humble. For example, if you know a situation, maybe someone's getting fooled in a situation and you know it, and it just hasn't been revealed yet, keep going with it. Because it looks like it's going to get revealed, but let's have a look to see what else we can figure out here. I'm just trying to decide which cards I'm going with. What cards am I going to go with? I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Let me see what cards I'm going to go with now. Okay. Right, Spirit, what can you tell us here for Taurus? Taurus, please. Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus signs and the cross-watcher for the 15th up to and including the 30th of April 2021. What can you tell us? What is happening here? Ten of Swords. We've got an ending. Alright, we've got an ending here. We've got the Five of Cups in reverse. We've got the Knight of Wands in reverse. And we've got the Nine of Wands in reverse. The bottom of the deck is the Last Judgment. So someone's made a decision. This is intense, the energy. Right. This energy is hardcore. This is painful. Someone feels like they don't have the fight left. It's like they don't want to deal with it. So that I think someone's just ending it again. Someone doesn't want to deal with this. They've had enough. They don't want to deal with it. We've got the Three of Swords in the reverse. So possibly overcoming a breakup. And then we've got a reconciliation with a connection here. We've got a reconciliation with a connection. And divine timing at play. So what it looks like here is that we've got possibly two sets of people or one person that's got two people around them. It looks like a situation that was going very positively and then has just turned at the last minute, and something's ending for something else to kind of take shape, and it's all divinely led. It's not going to feel like it. It's going to feel probably pretty hard, I'm not going to lie. It looks like they're not the nicest bunch of cards, but there's something in this, because there's a reason that this, it's like someone's being lulled into a false sense of security, is how I want to say it here, right? It's like they're being, how do I want to say it? It's like someone's playing a tune and someone's actually listening along and they're marching to the beat of that tune here, but they don't quite realise what they're walking into. And I feel like that's the kind of way to summarise these cards. Yeah, it's like again, they're not waiting around. They're kind of, something's caught again. They're not waiting around. Someone's not waiting around. Someone is cutting the situation off, and someone is leaving. So something is going to happen here that definitively makes one person leave the situation, and it looks like the female. So if there's two females, it looks like one of the females is bye, I'm out. And it could be divinely guided, if I'm totally honest with you. It could be divinely guided, because, yeah, whatever's happened, there's drama and there's arguments here, and it's like the kind of veil has been lifted, and this person's seeing everything, and I probably don't like what they see. Someone is coming to offer again some kind of reconciliation, or emotional offering, but again, I think it might be too late, because whatever's being revealed here is looking pretty bad. I don't want to say that really, but I'm going to just be honest with you. There's a tower moment, some kind of reveals happened. It's like the truth has been, someone's seen the cold hard truth of a situation, and someone is not happy about it. It's like they're like, I'm out, bye. Someone has, yeah. It could be that they've discovered the truth about an existing connection, and or that there's multiple parties involved. So someone could be figuring out that they are a third party and that they leave, right? And again, we've got an ending. Let's see. It could, yeah. It could also be that there's one party that leaves because they don't want to be involved in this anymore. It could also be that the masculine pushes this person to do it. It's like they don't quite know what to do, so they push this other person so far that this person then leaves. So it's a bit, it feels a little bit like deliberate sabotage, if I'm honest. It feels like something's because we've got the Magician and Devil again. It's like someone's made a very manipulative move to try and push this situation to the point it has. It might not be the masculine, it might have been engineered by a karmic, all right? Again, so that's happened, and there's a pause, right? There's pause. And then we've got the foolish man. So we've got the Fool here with the Ace of Swords. So someone probably, or the masculine probably, thinks that they've learnt the truth about a situation, and maybe they haven't, and they're following the wrong path possibly, but again, that's their lesson, right? We've got the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, so it's like the masculine's made a decision. I feel like it's a default decision that's been manipulated by the karmic, that they think is the right decision, but it's all done for the manipulation. It's literally all done. So it's going to push their person away, and it's going to leave this masculine to kind of clean up their own mess. So something drastic is going to happen here, I feel. And it's a needed lesson is what I'm hearing. Because someone's not following their inner light at this point. Someone's not trying to understand the situation. They're just trying to muddle through it, right? They're trying to muddle through it. It's interesting because I feel like this female is going to wait and then realise that this is what's going on, and then come back towards the masculine to try and explain what the situation is. And almost apologise for something. Whatever's happened, it's been engineered to push this feminine away. But I think how she responds pushes the masculine, which then creates a tower moment, which then creates an imbalance, which is where the feminine then jumps back in and tries to apologise. So this is very interesting. Yeah. Yep. So this person then comes back into the picture after all that. It's done very deliberately. It's done very, very deliberately. It's done for the masculine to kind of sabotage the connection so he doesn't have to acknowledge anything. And he doesn't have to acknowledge his feelings. But also they're kind of, it looks like a twin flame connection where it's like they're trying to balance their energy out, their connection out. It's not balanced yet, which is why this is going on. It's playing out through a karmic. Yeah. It's like that someone's not offering anything, and so we've got this struggle going on here. That's definitely been, yeah. It feels like this masculine doesn't feel like they can get out of a situation yet. And whatever happens, someone's like pushing the boundaries to the extent where the feminine then reacts. Probably from something that the masculine's done that they don't realise, that provokes the feminine to leave, but then blows up and makes the situation worse, and then comes back and says, look, I realise I've kind of blown up a little bit here. Let me try and rectify the situation. By this point, the masculine's upset because I think possibly it's gone too far, and now we're in this. So it looks like there's a, there's an imbalance between a feminine and a masculine. We've got a karmic in the middle that's setting fuel to the fire, that is deliberately trying to, it's like a naughty teenager that's trying to wind up the parents, is honestly how it feels, But it's divinely guided, and there's definitely more to this. So let's pull some more cards and figure out what else is going on here. Right, Spirit, what else can you tell us for the Taurus reading, please? What else is going on here we haven't covered for the Taurus reading? Seduction and friendship. What else is going on? And control. So it looks like a karmic is trying to control the situation by seducing and or manipulating the situation into their advantage. Again, to kind of control the situation, which then pushes the feminine, which is then causing the feminine to react. So again, we've got power struggle here, and this is a revenge thing. Someone's trying to get revenge on a situation and blocking the affair. So someone's trying to, again, could be that they found out about the third party, and so they're doing something to try and provoke. They're going to do something to trigger. They're going to do something to trigger the divine feminine. So you need to not be triggered. Alright, you need to not, if you trigger warning. I need to do a trigger warning on this reading. Trigger warning. Right, what else can you tell us, please, about Taurus? What else can you tell us? Acceptance. I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change, and then surrender in the reverse. You need to let go of this. If this is really what the deal is, the truth will come out, right? So we don't need to force it, okay? You don't need to force a control situation, because it looks like this is already happening nicely. So what else can you tell us, Spirit? What else can you tell us, please, for the Taurus reading? What else haven't we covered, please? What else haven't we covered? delight in serving others with a free, loving heart, and enhances unity through sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. And slave. Oh, wow. So we've got someone who's determined to focus on their own means, and then we've got two people who are running around. Spirit, I love these cards. It's brutal, isn't it? It's actually brutal. It's like you've got one karmic that's running around causing a muck, and then two divine people, slave and servant, who are just not recognizing their own power in a situation. But Spirit's saying, if you go within, you'll be able to turn this around. Look, hero, heroine on the bottom of the deck. Don't fall in. Don't succumb to this where you're having to run around after this person, because it's manipulation. You don't need to run around after this person. You stand exactly where you are. You stand tall and you look them square in the eye and you say, great, you carry on. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be nasty, but you don't run around in this situation. Whatever you do, don't be running. If you're going to get triggered and if something does provoke you, you stand back and you assess it. Don't rule by emotion, because you're again, we're going to go in a loop. It's a lesson, right? So sneaky. Right, let's see. What else can you tell us, Spirit? What else can you tell us about this interesting situation? Separation, sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of the future, and I like you. Someone likes you. So there's going to be some kind of separation here, all right? Maybe there's a conversation that comes after that, but there is going to be possibly a separation of sorts. Before we pull the outcomes, let's see what else we can figure out here for Taurus. What else can you tell us for Taurus, Spirit? We've got Lover, the Riddle, the Creator, and the Storm, and the King. So again, someone trying to confuse a situation to create unharmonious energy, and there's probably other people getting involved in it as well. All right, so just bear that in mind. Just use discernment. Don't jump into a situation till you know all the information. Now I've got to pull the cards. Okay, let's have a look at the outcome here for Taurus. Taurus, please, Spirit, for the 15th up to and including the 30th. What is the outcome, Spirit, for this reading? Yeah, it looks like a separation. And then an apology. And then balance being restored. Yeah, it looks like the Karmic's doing it. There's something, they're trying to create confusion deliberately. Yeah, fear. To create fear, to create pain. Right, what is the outcome, Spirit? Yeah, it's to create drama. This is to deliberately create conflict. What is the Queen of Pentacles? Right, this Karmic has done this to deliberately put a stop to an ending of a relationship. Right, so they're doing it to block the union. All right. What is the outcome? What is the outcome here for this period? Again, there's lies here. There's a very unclear energy that's being presented that I think the Karmic, the masculine, may fall into. And again, the judgment looks like it's ruled against the divine feminine in this case. But let's see. Yeah, the masculine is going to be forced to cut one of the people off that they're around, and it looks like it might be the divine feminine. Let's see though. Right, let's see. What can you tell us, please, Spirit? What is the outcome for this reading? What is the outcome? What you want wants you. So let's say, for example, this is your person. What they want you as well. So if don't be triggered into thinking, oh, they don't want me, and taking it personally. Remember, if this person is very manipulative, then they might be getting their way with the masculine, which is maybe why the masculine can't leave or doesn't know how to. Be very careful before you're getting triggered in this situation. I know it's easier said than done, but just be careful before because again, remember we saw halfway through, the feminine's going to be going triggered. Right, let's see. What is the final information you can give us, Spirit? What else can you tell us about this? Unfinished symphony. So if they do cut you off, and let's say, for example, it's without warning, listen, take a break, be flexible, you know, don't sort of, because look, this is fated. This is a deliberate thing. It just means that this male has to go it alone, all right, and has to deal with this karmic alone. And again, if that's, bide your time. You're going to know if this is for you. All right, because for some of you it might not be coming to that, but for some of you it might be that you would need to step back for some time because the situation needs to resolve. Anyway, hopefully that's been of some help. Thank you for your likes, your shares and your subscriptions. It means a lot to me. Until next time, take care.